Good afternoon, everyone on Instagram and shortly Zoom. Just like last week, I may look cross-eyed because I'm switching between Instagram for my Instagram, connections, friends, and hi, Leanne, how are you, love? And hello, Christy. And I've also got Zoom on if you are an F45 member, but that's okay if you're, so I'll just double check. Yep, we're here. No one's come into the rooms. Okay, fantastic. So, well, hi, honey. You look good. Thank you. Yes, I'm in pink today. And I'm in pink because I am honoring this cooking session, every single drop of this cooking session to my beautiful girlfriend, and I'm not going to make any apologies if I start to cry. I do have my tissues prepared. Marie, who lost her battle with breast cancer on the 8th of the 2nd, and on Friday we did a very beautiful farewell for her. It was amazing. So everything pink today. I've got a pink shirt. I've taken these from the garden. I've pinched some petals from my neighbours, and let me just see how my yoga moves are. Yes, I also have pink thongs on. So I'm going to start off, and I'll just double check that there's no one. No, there's no one in our Zoom session. So I'm just going to continue on to Instagram again. For anyone that is joined, I am. If you're watching it live, fantastic. Hi, Edos. If this is going to be recorded as well too, so you can actually see the recorded version of the smoothie we're about to make and some really amazing special announcements. So the smoothie bowl is called a berry smoothie bowl. However, I have called it the Pink Lady Smoothie Bowl in honor of Marie. Hi, Shaz. How are you, my love? So we are going to start with obviously a blender, and generally the blender, I do have to get honestly I have to get a step ladder because you can't see me because I'm so short, but it's okay. So we're going to start off with that. So I'm going to run you through the ingredients. So what I am actually going to be doing though is that I'm actually diverting from the F45 a little bit what F45 has asked for. Heartfelt compassion. Thank you. Yep, darling, I'll send your wishes. So I have written the original recipe down for those who would prefer the F45 recipe. Hey, beautiful. So the F45 recipe asks for 50 grams of frozen blueberries, 50 grams of, what else? Yeah, blueberries, 100 grams of cucumber. And yeah, let me go get the ingredients. One moment, please. Okay, are we? You know, you think you're organised, and I thought I was super organised, but the main ingredients was in the freezer. All right, so anyway, so we've got some protein powder, which is F45 are very, very precise. They ask for 26 grams. They also ask for a pinch of stevia. Stevia, if people don't know, is a natural sweetener. I don't like it. I'm actually replacing it with some cinnamon. The reason why I use cinnamon, I love the cinnamon, and I also love the balance. Cinnamon balances out your sugar levels, and I also quite love it. I'm also going to add in a little bit of Himalayan salt because I just think that brings out the flavors and everything. What else do we have here? We have some ice, which I'm ditching. So I've actually made this morning actually, and I gave it as a gift to a friend of mine, the owners of a beautiful cafe just around the corner. Hey Jude, amazing place. Almond milk, I've made some fresh almond milk this morning very quickly, so it's 125 mils, and that's it. So what we're going to do is that my version, I'll put this here. Hi 𝐼𝐶, hey Genty. So my version is a little bit different, and why is because I want it to be as pink as possible. So let me, I'm on my tippy toes by the way. So I'm going to pour in the 125 mils of milk without spilling it. Tell me if I might move this a bit closer to the screen. Okay, so we've got that. We've also got some frozen banana. And with this recipe, F45 have mentioned, I've got strawberries and raspberries. Again, as I've mentioned earlier, the F45 menu doesn't call for that, but I want to be as pink as possible. And we've also got cucumbers. So some cucumber, 100 grams of cucumbers. I'm going to be making heaps here. Now, this is one of the recipes that is for tomorrow morning, obviously. I might use it as a snack later, or I'll probably just give some to some neighbours. So I'll just pop that in there. What else have we got? We've got some protein powder, which I'll pop in there. And we have some cinnamon. I love cinnamon, so I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. What else? Have I forgotten anything? No, I haven't. The recipe also calls for 500 mils of water. Depending. Hi Ashley, how are you, my beautiful niece? Congratulations on the launch of your business. My gosh, you've sold out of nearly everything, haven't you? You're doing so well. Okay, so I'm going to blend this all up. This is really loud, so I might just blend it all up. That's what I have to do. And I'll grab some water as well too, just in case it's really, really thick. I'll just add water as I go. I like to use filtered water, so I'll just blend that as we go and watch the magic happen. Got everything. So I'm just going to give it another whiz. My sister's on. Hi Diane. Hi Wayne, my brother-in-law. Hi guys. That's thick enough. There's heaps there. This is very, very pink. So I am going to just put this here. And I'm going to pour it in this jug. So this is really thick. Look, you could really, if you wanted to, I mean, you can still have this tomorrow, but I really love to make my smoothies come for dinner. Well, I would love to come. I would love to, darling. You have to come over for dinner. Well, you're coming over for lunch soon in a few next week or in a couple of weeks, Jen. So that's the smoothie bowl. That's really pink. Now I've used a glass bowl to show you what it looks like. Now you can decorate it with whatever you like. I've popped in some raspberries because I think they look really pretty. I've also added in some of these chips. Now, look me, this is vegan. Would you like this? Let me know and I'll pop this over next door shortly. My next door neighbour is on here, which is fantastic. So good for you to come on, thank you. And I'm going to pop some more red goodness, which is goji berries. You can sort of do what you like, really. All right, what else do we have? So we've got, let me just grab a knife. So I'll put this in here, and then shortly I'm going to go back onto Zoom because I've got some amazing announcements, which I'm so excited about. Where else? I've got the little pink lady here, from Breast Cancer Network Awareness. So if you are going to be using, I don't know, badges of your favorite footballer or whatever, don't do what I did. So this morning, I made this morning for myself, and I said, and for a friend, and this fell into the smoothie bowl, and I actually thought it was one of these, but in actual fact, it was that. So I started chewing away, and I've chipped my teeth many times doing weird stuff, and so so just be mindful that just take them off beforehand. And this is from my garden. These beautiful flowers are from my garden. They're pink, and I pinched these from the neighbour. Well, the neighbour's, it's vacant now, but it's been sold, so you can make it look really beautiful. This is what it looks like. Look me, this one's coming to you. We have another family member joining. Hi, Emily. So there's plenty here. So this is the gorgeous smoothie bowl, F45, my version of it, and it's pretty amazing. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is that I'm just going to divert. I'm just going to go on to, but please do stay on because I've got some fantastic announcements to make about Caligari Foods. But I'm just going to go to F45 first because there's a special announcement for these guys. So what I'm going to do, I'll just pop my laptop here and start sharing my screen. But please do listen. Okay, one moment. I had this here. Okay, great. You would think by now I would have mastered Zoom because I run these all the time in my trade as a facilitator. Okay, so now F45. Now, as you know, F45, people doing the challenge. When we started doing the challenge, I made a really special announcement that I run these sessions once a week. Next week is the last session and cooking session via F45, cooking the F45 meals. I'll probably do this again when round 31 comes around. So there's a social media competition, and most people who are doing the program know what it is, and we are just, So what it is that if you tag Caligari Foods with your meals, you get a free 2-hour cooking session with me. That's worth $200 a session. So what the guys get to do, and what you guys get to do, is that in this cooking session I'll be announcing the winner on Instagram, on my Instagram stories, along with on my Instagram posts, the winner. So they get to choose a starter, a main, and a bonus. So I'm just going to very quickly run through what the starters are. So the starters that you can choose from, guys, I know that we've been speaking about it even at the centre, but it's either a polenta-coated chicken bites. So they look a little bit like, they are chicken nuggets, the healthy version. They're amaze balls. I think I've actually posted a video of myself making it with my friend's little girl who loves them. So there's that one. There's also homemade carrot hummus with 𝐷𝐞 tortilla chips, and the tortilla chips pretty much are made, and we'll make them in class. They're not the ones that you buy at the store. They're made pretty much from scratch. Porcini arancinis. So, and then we've got either the choice of garlic and parsley prawns, and then finally a kingfish sashimi with coconut green lime chili sauce. It's an amazing dish. The dish actually originates from one of my favorite restaurants called 𝐼𝐶, but I've put my spin on it. That's the starter. Now the main, you choose from one of the mains. This is either a Cypriot ancient grain salad, a porcini mushroom risotto, but it's made with 𝐟𝐵𝐿, which is a beautiful whole grain. They're amazing. You're making me hungry. I'm going to be making some of these for you girls, so hold on to those hunger pains. We've either then got lemongrass pippies with chili and Asian basil. That's actually my girlfriend's favourite dish, my girlfriend Mary Liz, who's currently in Greece and who was meant to come back tomorrow, whose flight was cancelled because of COVID. So I'll be talking to her later, but that's her favourite dish. spelled spaghetti with aioli and cavolo nero is my favorite. And I wish I had it here. Actually, I went to La Mana yesterday because I wanted to show everybody what cavolo nero is. It's like silver beet, but it's amazing. It's Tuscan kale. What I'll do next week, I'll bring it to next. Hopefully, I'll be able to find it next week because it is a winter vegetable. I'll show you what it is. Also known as Tuscan kale. And finally, my signature dish, and the dish that I say keeps on giving, who my girlfriend Susie taught me how to make, which is it's a black rice dish. On the side of that would be polenta flathead. So there's quite a few things with polenta, but polenta is so good. There's also a bonus for here. So the guys, you get to choose a super smoothie of, like we'll talk about, and a chocolate hazelnut mousse made with hazelnuts and chocolate, but also the base is avocado. So it's super uber healthy. Okay, so that is for the F45, guys. And just quickly how it works, I'll just explain it one more time. Tag any recipes that you cook and post to Instagram and tag my name, at Caligari Foods. The winner is going to be announced on March the 3rd, and the winner will enjoy a 2-hour Zoom cooking class. Again, just a reminder, you'll choose 1 star, 1 made from the list that I've just described, and as the bonus, the recipes will be sent to you 1 week in advance. I've also included, because I thought about it, like a 15-minute telephone or a Zoom session prior, because some of these ingredients may not be your jam. So we'll talk about alternative ingredients. Like you may think, you know what, I don't want a grain, I actually want real risotto. We can do that. We can pretty much, do what, suits your palate. And we're going to enjoy a conscious meal that feeds your soul. Now, feeds your soul, those words are so important to me. Okay. So Marie, and if you would have anyone have read my post, Marie would always say to me, babes, and that's how she sort of, I'd always, because she's, we're both trainers, so that's where we actually met at work 7 years ago. Actually, we worked together for a short time at one place, and then we connected again at another place, and we really got to know each other. Pretty much it was love at first sight. And she'd always say to me, you've got to do what feeds your soul. And for years and years and years, she said to me, you need to get your cooking classes off the road. You got to get them going. She goes, you've got a story to tell, which I do have a story to tell. This is why I love this so much. I mean, my story, just very briefly, I did not have a very good relationship with food. For many years, I did have 2 eating disorders, which I have done an interview with my coach, Jen. Thank you, Jen, for coming on today. And I will be talking about that later on as well too, more so not today, but and for me, food was about, like connecting, not just connecting with the food and being present with my food, but also I was able to, I guess, have better relationships with people. And Marie always said to me, you know what, leave your legacy. If you make a difference to one person, your job's done. And so today, in doing this, it's just, it is bittersweet that I honor her in every way possible. And again, I've got my tissues here. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what's going to be happening. So starting Sunday, the 14th of March, and sorry if I'm diverting here. This is the first time doing this. So until, I'm just reading through a few notes. I'm going to be starting Caligari Foods Conscious Cooking Program. So it's starting on the 14th of March, and it's at 4 p.m. on a Sunday. It seems to work for people. So what does it involve? It's a 5-week online cooking program. So for 5 weeks, you'll be cooking with me for 2 hours. You'll learn and enjoy 10 original recipes. Those 10 original recipes are the ones that I've just spoken to you about. You'll get the weekly recipes via email. And again, there'll be a 15-minute chat. It could be a bit longer about alternative ingredients. Things that are, ingredients that you love, not what I love. I myself, I consider myself to be a bit of a recipe rebel. So I think to myself, you know what, I'm not going to force you to cook something that you don't like. So we'll swap and change. The classes run from about 1.5 to 2 hours. And it's all about bringing zest back into life. Again, food to me is so much. It's like music is for some, you know. It's, for me, music, food. If someone said to me, Suzanne, what do you have, what can you not live without in your home? A beautiful fridge with you know, fresh produce, music, candles, and flowers, you know, and then obviously there's the other things that nourish my soul, with friendships. So getting back to this, the Conscious Cooking Program with Caligari Foods. Okay, so it's a 5-week program, and the costing is $1,000 for the 5 weeks. However, it's a startup business, and I want to give it to people for $197. So that's $197 for what I've just described. Okay, so it's beautiful, and I just want to turn this around. I just want to just show you this. So I'm going to also, to half of your investment will be donated to Breast Cancer Network Australia. This is in honour for my friend was a beautiful Marie, was not just a spokesperson for breast cancer. She pretty much was one of the spokespeople for breast cancer. She was an ambassador. And if you do go into BCNA, I was listening to her beautiful podcast yesterday. Like, this woman is like, oh, she'd come into my home. I remember a few years ago, and I will get back to this. I'm sorry, I'm diverting. When I had my birthday at my place, and what we did is, rather than just having a normal birthday, we actually, her daughter Penny, her youngest daughter Penny, was going to be jumping out of a plane. So we donated money. So it was donations to Breast Cancer Network. So, and no one ever knew Marie, not even my mother. And she walks in. The first thing, she walks in and she rearranges my whole home. And Mum's like, whoa. She was like this wrecking ball of love. And people, my neighbour Felicity, when the next day she goes, that girl made me feel 10 feet tall. And it's almost that, and I said this in my post, that you may have only known her for a minute, but she had a lifetime impact on anybody. So in me carrying out your legacy, I'm honouring my beautiful Marie to basically feed my soul in what I do. And this is what I do best, is I cook and I train. I think, why not entwine both of them together and give to people? So for those of you who are interested, I've on my Instagram profile, I've tagged a link. It's just an Eventbrite link, so you can register there. You can also register. Please ask if there's any questions now. Please feel free to ask questions now. Or also you can DM me at Caligari Foods, and I can give you further information. I will be mentioning it again next week in next week's session, and throughout the week I'll be mentioning on Instagram. But please, if you have any questions, no question will be unanswered. If I don't know your answer, I always endeavour to find out. But yeah, I would love you to join me and continue, a legacy of, I guess for yourself, something that you may want to explore, whether it be learning how to cook a meal or just connecting with food. And the food that we make is simple, and it is pretty much, and it's food that keeps on giving. So thank you again for coming in on this really special, emotional, raw day of cooking, love, honoring this absolute angel. I love you. I've pinched quite a few of these. These are all around the house. So thank you. Have a beautiful Sunday, guys, and I hope to see you next week. And feel free to ask me any questions you have, because of my service. Thank you. Bye-bye.